New week, new documenting the journey. Welcome back. I'm here in Barcelona. Let's get into it. On this channel, I document my journey building my brand, exchange life from 0 to 10 million a year. We sell custom jewelry, and in the first part of this video, it will be all about the brand, what is going right and what is going wrong, relevant for anyone into e-commerce. And the second part will be about my life outside of the brand, what I was doing in Mexico City, what's going on in my life, self-development, lifestyle, my life. A lot of nuggets in there, arguably more important than making money. This is relevant for anyone that is trying to build cool shit. So yeah, let's get into it. This video is quite long. A lot of things I was thinking about, a lot of nuggets, a lot of things that I think are very important if you're trying to build cool shit. So I'm gonna keep the brand updates short this week. I'm back in Europe now, but I was in Mexico City for the past month. So the rest of the video will be there. I'm in Barcelona for a few days, and then I'm gonna keep moving forward. Again, follow the videos and I'll take you guys with me. But yeah, let's make the brand updates quick so we can get into the important parts. First of all, I made a little mistake in the last week's video. I said in the start that I was doing low six-figure days and that, getting into new products or releasing new products would be my way to seven-figure days. Of course, I meant we did low five-figure days during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And my path to six-figure days is releasing new products mainly. There's some other things that I'm going to be doing. Watch that video for my other thoughts on how I will get there. But yeah, just wanted to clarify that quickly. We saw a big demand drop-off, of course, after the shipping cutoff time on the website. We have like an estimated delivery time because we have custom products. So this is quite important. Was past Christmas. So, performance dropped a lot, which was expected, but it went from fucking 25% very quickly, which is part of the game, especially in my niche, very giftable. Again, we're gonna do all of these different things to combat that, but that's just how it is right now. I combated that in terms of performance by switching the whole ad account onto cost caps. So all our campaigns right now are running on cost caps, which means that you set a result, a goal, a target for the campaign to get like a purchase at X amount, for example, which helped a lot with the profitability. Profit margins went up a lot, scale went down. So now, gonna try to optimize from here to find that sweet spot between scale and net profit. So yeah, something that you should maybe try as well if you're in a very giftable product. Now, after the demand surge is over, try to switch to cost caps to see if that helps with your profitability. I think it will. But we're going to keep in general a big part of all of the Black Friday, Cyber Monday offering into like the following months. Not the same offer, but kind of the same sections. So we have like a clear header that explains the offer and then a section on the product page that explains the offer, etc. We'll keep a lot of these sections that we made for Black Friday, Cyber Monday because they, I think, make everything just way more clear and easy to understand. But then redoing the copy for like a different offer or, going into Valentine's, but like keeping these sections. There is a few, 8-figure a year drop shippers that I know. And one thing that they do really well is communicate the offer very clearly, and they have just a very strong offer in general. Like offer is a big part of their success. So for you as well, maybe you can think about how can I create the best offer around my product, plus how can I communicate my offer very clearly and everywhere on the site so that it's basically unmissable and that it creates urgency for people to want to buy. So I don't know if you do this yet, but one guy that works for me, he does my emails. I also help him start his own brand and like scale it. He already has his brand, but get it to the next level. And one thing on his side was that it just wasn't clear. The offer wasn't clear. I didn't really understand it. It wasn't even a logical offer for the product that he's selling. All of these things, think about it and, try different things. And I get that in the start, it's hard to split test offers, but then just, switch the complete offer on the side and see if that improves performance, etc. Something to think about. Maybe that can help you out. Later in this video, I will go into I get coaching for my media buying, and I explain a little bit about how that goes. So skip towards there if you want to see that, but you'll see that later in the video. The brand account posts are super dialed right now. The new guy I hired, also through the videos, is running the influencer program, is also responsible for the posts. We have like a clear strategy now, or consistently going viral on there, etc. Take a look at my brand's Instagram account if you want to see how social media for e-com brands is done right. A lot of brands don't understand this. I might go into this in a separate video, but you can already go there and take a look. I hired a VA for the influencer program and organic content, TikTok, Instagram, etc. All of that, all of the pillars I talked about in the last video. He will help and execute all of the systemizable things with the guy that I hired through the videos that is responsible for the program. So he's managing him. He's also, taking over all of the content tasks that have to do with our community. We have a community for the brand as well. It's like separate theme page. And yeah, it's good because previously the guy that I first hired for Exchange Life, my first hire that has been with me for like 2 years now, was still doing that. But he was getting a bit, overloaded with tasks. So I moved that now to a dedicated person that's responsible for like social media and influencers and content, etc. Which means we can also like consistently do it every day. And the group of ambassadors and content creators is growing, and he's like putting in a lot of effort and talking with people on social media and following up with people, etc. So that is great. Good hire that we needed there. I'm contemplating whether or not to onboard with a CRO agency. So they would do CRO development and landing pages. I think that is one of the main things that I haven't solved yet in my brand. I don't really do any CRO yet. I was waiting for the new site to launch to do that, which I did now. I have not really tried to leverage landing pages yet, which I should. And development, I have an in-house developer that is doing great, but maybe for the more technical e-com Shopify things, it would be nice for the agency to be able to be responsible for that. So I think I'm going to do it. I just need a good partner for that. And I think one of my friends in the game recommended me a good agency. So I'm going to probably give that a shot, and then I'll let you guys know how that goes. I also lastly sent out the first orders for the new products that I talked about in the last video. To create content with to our creators. So I'm excited for that. The functionality is basically finished now. We ran into a big problem because it's a huge SKU product. You'll see it when it's live, but I think we managed to fix that now and find a solution. So we're basically finishing up like as we speak, and then we can launch the product on the site, and then excited for that to start scaling that. So yeah, I just ran through the brand updates this week because again, my life outside of the brand this week, I recorded a lot. I really made it a point these past 2 weeks to record a lot of clips. So I think I got a lot of valuable things for you that can be very helpful about why it's very important to do whatever it takes to get to where you want to go. What I was doing in Mexico City, what I thought about Mexico City, why I think it's important to spend time alone, and why I think it might be important for you too. And many other things. Those are just the ones on top of my head. But that's it for the brand updates this week. Now let's actually get into those updates about my life and about the things that you can use as well if you're trying to build cool shit. More important than making money, in my opinion. There's a lot of nuggets in there, so make sure to check it out. And I'm gonna play a little tourist today and go to the Sagrada Familia. So I have to hurry up and make it in time because you need tickets. So I'll see you guys in Mexico City, in my life outside of the brand. A new week into the real life updates. To be honest, from Mexico City, by the way, beautiful little city. I kind of fucking wasted today. No momentum, not much done. It's part of the game, Just going out, getting a coffee with this random girl I met. But yeah, it can't always go to plan. Sometimes you just don't have any momentum, which is fine. Like it happens. Now I'd rather just go outside and either meet people or go to the gym and then maybe get back later. It's fine, You don't have to be. I'm the type of person that beats himself up more over not doing enough than actually sometimes taking a break. So it's better in these situations to just take a break, So going to the gym now as well, and then we'll get back to it. There is 2 things I wanted to talk about. Something I've noticed recently. I hope you can see me, probably, I've talked to you guys before about how I think I'm too much on my phone, like spending like 3 hours a day or 4 on my phone. It's okay when I'm on my phone for a reason, so consciously on my phone, which means, for example, I need to send out these things, or I need to contact this person, or I need to post this story. I have a reason to be on there, but it's not if I'm like mindlessly scrolling and like basically, being on there for no reason. Now what I do is leave my phone off in the morning, which I've already been doing for a while. But then when I just enable my phone, for example, for lunch, and I do random shit, then my day goes down again, and at the end I just feel unproductive. So I'm kind of trying to figure a way out where I can still be on there once in a while, because I wonder what this person is doing or that person is doing, but not where I'm just like on my stories, because even if I have a good day and I'm productive, but then when I, for example, at the end of the day start being like kind of distracted and on my phone without a reason, then I still end the day feeling unproductive and not good, even though I had a good day before and I was productive. So that kind of ruins everything, being on here for no reason. For example, if I'm gonna, work and then maybe have a break for 10 minutes, and I can be on my phone for 10 minutes and then get back to work, but not like I really have to not do different things throughout each other. It just doesn't work for my brain. I'm way too like probably ADHD, like all over the place, and autistic for it. I have to do one thing and everything that I do consciously, otherwise it just throws me off. Even if I had a great day for the first 7 hours, but the last hour can fuck up the whole feeling for the day basically. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. A quick clip from the co-working. So last video I talked about sleep, how I'm making it a priority. I am making it a priority. I'm doing more, nighttime routine, as I said, like trying to shut off before going to bed, taking my supplements, the different things that I talked about in the last video. There's a few things I notice when I sleep better. And one is when I sleep properly and I get my deep sleep, 8-9 hours, I have so much willpower and I just get things done. Whereas when I don't sleep well, I tend to procrastinate more on things that I need to do, but that are maybe harder tasks or tasks that you don't really want to do, etc. Whereas when I sleep well, I just power through all of them, all of those. Like, there's no issue at all. My willpower is just so much higher, which is why I also wrote down, partying really affects that. I maybe go out and have some drinks once a week, but I am completely fucked for like a day or two after. So I've thought about this before, like how much do you really want to be doing that? Or me, how much do I really want to be doing that? Etc., etc. I think I still do because I think it's just so fun, but I really need to make sure that I recover well the next day. For example, this weekend I went out, but the next day I went to sleep very early yesterday, and today I slept 10 hours, and I, had a very clean day yesterday. So as long as I kind of compensate for it, it's fine. But if I'm not doing that, I should really avoid it, because then it kind of fucks multiple days up, if that makes sense. So I just need to be more clear and disciplined on that. Like, I can be very clear and disciplined on like the gym, but then, for example, not be on my sleep, but that should actually be more important. Just wanted to share that. This WeWork is nice, eh? It's night already. Look at this. Little Christmas vibes. Just going home now. Whoa, this fucking hot. Look at this beautiful view. Last few days in Mexico City. I wanted to talk to you guys about something, which is, I think, a very important trait to have in general. Whether you want to make your shit work or you want to do your own thing, make money. It's interesting because I don't really know what stage you guys are at. So I think I'm gonna start asking in the start of the videos to like leave a comment telling the community what you're doing, what you are building, just so everybody kind of has an idea. So just go and do that now. Please, if you wanna give back to me, just comment in the comments what you are building. That would be very interesting to me. But I told you guys in last week's video that I hired a guy for influencer marketing, or for our influencer program, right? A guy through the videos, a young guy, didn't really get anything going for himself yet, but has made some TikTok shop things and affiliate accounts, etc., etc. Content first guy. Again, a young guy that wants to learn. Great. But he's a stubborn guy, which, I don't think that's a bad thing. Me, myself, I might be a stubborn guy. You kind of have to push through your own ways if you want to make it on your own, right? That's a side note. I told him, because I think the new product will be big for organic and for affiliate and influencer, that he should order one himself. And then one of the pillars, as a joke, I said, should be him as a super affiliate. So him with his own account posting videos. And then he was getting like, just so you know, I'm not going to make videos myself. I'll coach someone else to do it or whatever, which that was already part of the game plan anyways. We're going to coach other influencers and creators and affiliates. But then he said, I don't want to do this. And I'm like, wait, what did you just say? That I don't think you're understanding it fully here. There is no not doing something that we think could add to what we're doing or could be valuable to what we're doing. Doing whatever it takes is, I think, such an important trait that not, to be honest, many people have because many different reasons. Maybe you don't want to do something because it's cringe. Maybe you don't want to do something because you don't know how to do it. Maybe you're scared. Maybe you're scared of what other people think. Maybe you don't know if it's the right thing, right? But doing whatever it takes, whenever you think you should do something, I think if you have that trait, you'll get very far with whatever you want to do. And if you don't, if you actively observe yourself, telling yourself, no, I'm not going to do this because X, Y, Z, and you don't push through that and actually do go and do it if you don't want to do it, I think you're going to have a very hard time. So that's just a note. He'll do it. He'll adjust. I told him, if you want me to help you with whatever you need to start and launch your own brand and scale, then we better also do whatever it takes for what we're doing. Because I would be doing the same, you know? If you go back like all the way on, for example, the page for my brand, you see me do like a podcast for the brand because I thought at that point that was the right thing to do. It wasn't. I didn't really want to do it. I thought it was kind of cringy, but I still did it. If you go to, there's so many different things that I did that I didn't really want to do because I either thought it was cringe or I didn't know if it would actually make a difference. But that was just the best idea I had in that moment. And all of that leads you to here or to the point where it does work. For me, in this case, where we're at right now. I even told him I will be getting the product and making content with it myself. Even my VAs make content. Everyone in my team makes content. We're a new age business. We're content first. Not making content isn't an option, no matter who you are in the team. You know what I mean? I just thought that was like a very important thing that I've talked about before. That is just such a good thing if you do it. Like if you always do whatever it takes, you'll get there to the point where it's working. 100%. Like I can promise you that. Just do whatever it takes, even if you think it's cringy, even if you're not sure, even if you don't know, even if you're scared, even if you're scared of judgment of other people. Just push through that, and then you'll get to a point where it is not cringy anymore. I even thought my own brand was cringy in the start. Now it's cool because I think it's cool and I made it cool. Looking forward to the content he's going to make. It was even more because of the way he said, I don't want to do whatever it takes, that I made it a bigger point to actually make sure to go and do it. Just even if it's not adding anything, it's just the fact that if you don't want to do whatever it takes, then you're out. Like, how am I going to do whatever it takes? And I want to help you and help you with whatever it takes, but not the other way around. You know what I mean? Just an interesting point in beautiful Mexico City with my morning cold brew. Great. I love cold brews. Trying to balance you guys. I have to go through crazy shit making this journey shit work. Destroying cameras. Might destroy this one as well after this clip. Wait, let me record. It's about to fall off like 25 stories. Oh, this is risky business. Very, very risky business. Sick view though. Very, very sick. Okay, I just got a little burger here. Something I talked about in last week's video, also while eating, but because of the fucking noise, you couldn't hear me talk about it. So I skipped the clip. Is choose the right people that you learn from and look up to. Not based on the lifestyle that they're living, but based on the value that they are providing. I think many gurus these days, the people that you maybe look up to, or like social people that make content, etc., flaunt their lifestyle. And then you think that you should listen to them because you see the lifestyle that they live. Whereas actually the people that you need to learn from probably don't do that at all and are way more low-key, maybe don't even post on social media. And these are the people that are actually the people you can really learn a lot from. So the gurus that post their lifestyle just do it to get more course sales. So you shouldn't listen to them or the value that they provide based on, you know, what they show. The people that I learn from the most are not gurus on social media. Don't show any lifestyle, nothing, like completely nothing, okay? So I think, for example, you might also underestimate the things that I say somehow or sometimes, because I don't flex like a guru does and show, you know, how much I make or this or that. Whereas maybe, and I don't know if this is true or not, I share way more actionable advice. So if you would just take that seriously and implement it, you would see that it's helpful. And then based on that, you know, because I've said things previously that might have made a difference for you, you can implement the future things that I say as well, or you start to appreciate more what I say. But you shouldn't, you know, make these decisions based on the lifestyle that they flaunt, which is the wrong way to kind of value what somebody is saying, but actually listening to what they say and trying to, you know, use it and then seeing the results of that, or etc., right? Like, this is the way how you judge someone and how you judge whether you should listen to someone or not. So this is a completely like random point, but again, don't make your judgment on what somebody says based on what they share about their lifestyle, etc. And I'm really scared that this bitch is gonna fall. So that's my fucking guru rant for today. It survived. I made a clip. Now I have to escort it carefully. I'm gonna eat my food now. Look at this little burger. Yeah, very good food. So today, I didn't sleep well. Just walking back here. I don't know why. To be honest, it's a bit hot in these rooms, etc. Anyways, yesterday I told you guys about how when I sleep well, I feel just so much more effective and productive, etc. Today I didn't sleep well, or yesterday, and today was just kind of a dread to get through the day. Didn't get a lot of needle moving things done. It's early now, it's only like 4, so I'm gonna go for a run now to try and gain some energy and then get back to work. But yeah, it makes such a huge difference. It makes such a huge difference. We're wondering what the streets were like here in Mexico City. This is kind of the vibe that we're getting. There is some bigger buildings in the area we stay in. You stay in the area of Roma. But yeah, I guess Mexican vibes. I don't know what to compare it with, really. There's a lot of green, a lot of green. There's this nice park around the corner that I really like to go to. Some more streets, as you can see, very green. It's all pretty similar. It's still working, even though I dropped these cameras many times. And then over here, we get to our little compound. It's actually not little. Let me show you guys. Here we get in. Buenos días. Gracias. Here you get in. It's the entrance. And this is our compound. We have like a common area here with a gym. It's actually a really nice European style. Let me give you a little tour while we'll edit. You actually just go running in here if they have a treadmill. There's a gym over there. And then when you go up here, there is like a common area with a grill. The compound is pretty huge, eh? Our apartment is somewhere up there. I kind of love it. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that that is one thing I always wanted. Stay in like nice Airbnbs, which is, you know, this kind of is that. The first one really was in Barcelona, that one was super sick. We had like a co-work and everything in there. But yeah, little environment tour of Mexico City, where we stay.
Are you filming?
It's golden hour.
Huh?
It's golden hour.
Dude, are you ready for the craziest meal of your 20s? Not only do we have all of these goodies, but we have 4 of the best cuts of steak, defrosted and ready to go.
That's exactly what I need.
Good. And look at all those sides.
We'll go for a run now and then we can feast.
Feast.
If you want to join, I'm going in the gym down here where your state is.
I think I need a resting, honestly. I've been sick all day. I watched a movie in bed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a rare occasion.
Wow.
How did you use your hydration kit this morning?
Huh?
Did you use your hydration kit? I got everybody.
Oh.
I got everybody.
Thank you. No, I actually don't even like these, honestly.
I thought you got the cocoa.
It's a very, very
Somebody
nice.
got the cocoa.
I took the
Oh, you took the cocoa.
Very, very nice.
That's enough golden hour footage. Time for a workout.
I can find no freedom.
That was a tough run. Oh, there's the camera. It was a tough run. Fun fact, Mexico City is a very high altitude city. I don't know if it's true, but maybe one of the highest altitude cities. So if you know about sports, the higher the altitude you go, the harder it is to train. It has to do with like your blood cells, I think. But running here is not easy, you know? I get out of breath and my ear pops just by being outside. Probably I'm not used to this. But that was a good run. 5 kilometers, 12 kilometers an hour, which is like 5 minutes per kilometer. Do some arm exercise. And then we're done for the day. Quick run and bicep workout. Ready to feast now. It's kind of cute, this place, you know? Look at this Christmas vibes. Over here in Mexico.
I watched the movie bed. Chill yourself to the bed.
Dude, we're feasting.
Feasting crazy.
Crazy.
But honestly, I think I recovered now.
Let me check if I have something to say. I have nothing to say. It's kind of a pretty building, right? It's our WeWork. Ask me a question.
I have nothing to ask you.
Any other advice you want? You want to know about life? I'll teach you about life. What do you want to know?
What are you gonna teach me?
I don't know.
Like tips.
You will get rich if you buy my course.
Oh. Where can we find it?
In the bio.
Oh.
All right. I know that these videos look quite simple, but let me guys show you something. This is some of the feedback that we had on last video. Let's see. We really need to select the most engaging footage for the intro. Always add captions when the other person isn't speaking. Don't cut corners or audio enhancement. Go the extra mile with example B-rolls. Always follow the same format for the intro with the B-roll brawls, blah, blah, blah. Where possible, add B-roll segments without sound. You know, and more yapping. That is because I do still give a shit about how the videos look, and it should be better every video. I feel like the videos are getting better now, and we are making improvements, which is great. The new editor that I'm working with is very good. I had to go through a few editors, but this one is very good, and he's adjusting well, but we're still trying to improve, but the videos are getting better. One thing that I wrote down that I've talked about before in maybe 3 videos ago was that I think at some point I will probably travel with like someone that sees the vision of the journey and that will document the journey in real time, like live, instead of me having to actually think about these clips and etc. And then in the last video I said I want to do something at some point that overlaps with the journey, so a brand that's kind of relevant for the journey and then the journey to also be relevant for the brand, so they are overlapping, so I fully leverage both. Now it's 2 separate things. And I've been plotting more this past few days. I'm excited because next week I'm going to spend like a week alone or 1.5 weeks going out of Mexico City. I'm going to go to Barcelona for a bit and just, you know, restructure my mind. Like I said before, I need to spend more time alone. I think for all of the time I spend with other people, like let's say for every 4 days, I should spend 1 day alone, if that makes sense. I think then I'm optimally myself and I can actually think about what I'm doing and, you know, keep my mind together properly, etc. and like reflect on things, etc. Because, yeah, I don't know, if I'm too much, I'm an extrovert, we've gone over this many times, but I also need to spend time alone and I need to do more of that. Next week I'm doing that basically, and I look forward to that. But this week I was already plotting a bit more. Some people say when you start thinking about the next thing, it's time to move on to the next thing, but I think for me, it's always been in the back of my mind that at some point I want to do that. And I'm not sure exactly what that is yet. And I don't feel ready yet to move on. But at some point, like I said, I do want to do something that overlaps with the journey. And I wrote down here one person that will kind of come into my life when I'm ready for this. It's like a creative director type person. And I'm just putting it out in the universe here because then the person, if the person sees this, they know that I'm, looking for that person. So for the future, if you are this person, reach out to me. I'm looking for someone passionate about storytelling through making videos. It's kind of a PR message, but I guess describe what I'm looking for. This means capturing cinematic shots, not being shy about filming in public, asking good questions from behind the camera, and editing raw footage into good videos. So from filming to editing. You also have to be comfortable stepping in front of the camera occasionally as well, because you will be part of the journey. Essentially, I'm looking for a creative director who understands the vision, travels with me, and takes full ownership of documenting the journey. From recording and editing to posting the final videos, you'll be responsible for documenting the journey in the coolest, most engaging way possible. I'm putting this out into the universe because I think when this person comes into my life, I'll probably be ready for that next thing. Now, I'll probably also start the next thing with a co-founder because I kind of know better now, what my skills are, what I like to do, what I don't like to do. I've gone over this in a previous video. I think doing something with a co-founder is very good if you know what you're looking for in a co-founder. Otherwise, don't even worry about it and just start by yourself. So I just wanted to put that out there in the universe. I am improving on the videos. I'm getting better. Like I said, you saw the feedback, but at some point I want someone else to be completely responsible for that and kind of make all of this way cooler because, now what I do is I pull this camera out and I make a clip, but there is so much going on into my life that you don't see, right? Because I'm not recording the whole time and I don't want to be recording the whole time either. But if I'm just sitting here working, feeling fucked up, which I do some days, and my guy comes in and asks what's going on? What's going wrong? You get a life journey, what's going on? Explain it to us. And then if that ties into a brand that you guys can also, benefit from, some kind of business or brand that ties into the viewers of the videos, I think that will be so cool and that will kind of be my next level. That is kind of the thought. Again, I'm not passionate about selling jewelry. I'm not gonna be selling jewelry to girls my whole life. That's just the right thing for me to do right now, and always do the right thing right now, what feels right for you. That is kind of my philosophy, and I think things will fall into place, and I'm still learning from it. I'm excited for the new products. Give you a little update about that as well in the earlier brand updates, but yeah, that is kind of what the future looks like. Now I'll keep working. It's a good day today. I'm not fried and it's already 5:40 p.m., which means I slept great. I'm getting better at my sleep. This is the first week that it hasn't been, or the first day that it hasn't been super dusty. Look behind me. Now you can actually see something. The beautiful mountains. Look. As you can see, it's still quite dusty. The airport is somewhere over there. But the time here in this city was great. I'm leaving in a few days, going to Barcelona, as I said. Ready to get out. I'll definitely come back to Mexico City. Very good city. It's very green. A lot to do. A lot of people to meet. I approve it overall. Definitely way better than Playa and Tulum, etc., where I've been in Mexico. So yeah, if you go to Mexico, I recommend you guys go here for sure. Very empty and quiet WeWork. This is where we've been spending most of our time. Friday night. Nobody putting in work. Of course, we're grinding out here. Not partying. Haha, maybe sometimes. Beautiful city at night. Feels like you're on top of the world here in WeWork. WeWork, actually. WeWork is in Bali. Haha. Isn't this WeWork beautiful? So, I have this list on my phone, is the problems to solve list. There's many different things on there, but they're basically things that I reflect on and notice in my life that are not good. One of them was deep sleep, which I talked about in the last week. I'm not a killer runner yet. I don't get consistent protein, creatine, and omega-3. I have a weak lower back. I should fix my nails. The clarity of what I should be doing, I guess, is always kind of a little problem, but I don't know why that's on there. I already checked it off as well. I guess I was just going through a little unclear period. My body is asymmetric. I should read more. I have a fragile well-being, or my autistic mode might be easy to trigger sometimes, which I've talked about before. Digestion. Eating bananas. See, the point is, on this list, there's all these problems that I should solve. and that I'm constantly noticing and writing down, because otherwise I might just go by and you forget about them. I would suggest you make a similar list. Way too personal, by the way. A traveling bidet. You probably don't even know what the fuck that is. Anyways, I don't want to shower. If you know, you know, you know. I do want to shower, but not... So you should make something similar and reflect on everything that's going on in your life. It's not all about business. We've gone over that many times before. You want to solve everything. You want to progress in everything in life, right? So those are some of my problems. I suggest you do the same. Let's see if I have any more interesting things in my notes. Well, I do, but not for the YouTube. So yeah, empty WeWork Friday night, 8:30 p.m. I'm gonna get some fruit now, and probably, I don't know what else I'm gonna do tonight. Maybe I'll go out. Maybe I won't. I've been going out. Last week in Playa, I went out alone. It was quite a fucking eventful night. I ended up with some locals that showed me in some sketchy local bar deep into the city where I probably shouldn't have gone, but I did. All was fine, and I saw the culture. It was great. Good experience. It was a bit sketchy though. So yeah, it's time to get the fuck out of here. One great thing about Mexico, my absolutely favorite chips out there, Takis for 60 cents. Takis Fuego. Probably because it's from here. It's kind of hot and shit, you know? Culture. You guys don't think I'm cultured, but look at me. I'm so cultured. I indulge in the local food everywhere I go. And it's beautiful. More local culture. You see? I indulge in the local culture. All right, Saturday morning, another empty WeWork. We went out yesterday. I'll add a little overview. It's kind of a hit or miss here with the the places you can go out to. But I didn't have a lot of sleep tonight, but I didn't drink much. I had maybe like 2 beers, so it's fine. I think it is worth it, these going out nights, because it's so fun. Like the adventures you end up falling into and the people you end up meeting or the girls you end up meeting, it's, I think, kind of worth it. So I'll probably, keep going out like once a week or something. But again, like for example, today or latest tomorrow, I should really go to bed super early to make up for it, so it doesn't affect my Monday and fuck me over, because I have noticed I'm very fragile in my well-being. I don't know why, but I think things like lack of sleep and then throw alcohol in there really throws off my mood for like a few days, like not one, like I'm just in a bad headspace afterwards, which is just not worth it. When I'm completely rested and I'm like dialed, I'm like impenetrable, my mood or something, my well-being. Definitely something I should regulate and compensate for if I choose to do it, I guess. But yeah, just doing some Saturday work, answering some messages, thinking about some things, reading through some things. Again, still going through my power list. So I've just media bought. I just messaged the guy that coached me for media buying about what I did. I responded to all emails. I'm going to respond to everyone, and then I'll just keep moving forward. I don't know what else I'm going to do today. I'm going to a new Airbnb. Because as you can see, all my luggage is here because I am leaving soon. So I have another Airbnb for like 2 days, and then I'm heading out of Mexico City. So yeah, recap of my night. I don't know when I will come back here, but I like the city. It's beautiful. I will for sure come back here at some stage of my life. That is my yapping. Look at this cute little Airbnb right here. Beautiful little city view. Little air conditioning. There's not many air conditionings here. Not much, but everything I need. I wanted to show you guys something. I'm surprised I don't break more of these. Okay. So I told you guys that I'm doing media coaching. So something I wanted to just arrived in this place. Something that I wanted to show how that kind of goes down. Okay, so basically, every morning on my power list, I media buy, like I said in the last video. And then basically, I send a message with my reasoning to Dennis's agency. You can go out and check it in the description. They've been helpful for me. You don't have to go to them at all. I'm just putting everything that's helpful for me in the descriptions. And then I, for example, say, hey, I moved all of the creative tests. EBO ad sets that were already finished to cost cap campaigns since their performance was very inconsistent. Some days sitting at 1.1 ROAS and other days reaching at 2. Do you think that was the right move? Okay, so I media buy and I write down my thoughts and then I message that to them and then they critique it. And then once a week we also have like a meeting going over like maybe opportunities they see in other ad accounts. And then let's see. He also just sometimes makes a loom or goes over the ad account to see if I'm missing out on anything. And I think this is very helpful because as a brand owner, and maybe you're a media buyer as well, you just see your own thing, but you're kind of missing opportunities by not having an agency that does media buying that sees other accounts, right? So, I hope you heard me well, maybe not. But anyways, that is kind of very helpful, I think, because then the media buyer or whoever coaches you, in this case, their agency that coaches me, find your own person you like. There's 2 people helping me out, this agency and Marin. I put them both in my description. I can kind of get an eye into many other ad accounts, 8-figure brands that they run, and also just get their ideas and get their thoughts and get their critique on the way I'm media buying, right? Very, very helpful. So I wanted to share that. If you heard that, maybe not, but the shot is sick, so I'm not redoing it. You better listen well. Come on now. You might have like a specific view of Mexico, but let me show you differently.
Bueno,
It's super, super wholesome. Of course, in the right areas, right? I mean, like the tourist areas, there's kids playing outside, there's families hanging out, there's dogs being walked. It is super wholesome. And this area where I'm staying, so around Condesa and Roma in Mexico City, is really, really nice. It's actually one of my favorite places I've been to. And I will definitely come back here. But before I came here, I was kind of sketched out, right? You know, Mexico. But when you stay in the right areas, there is no need to be sketched out. I was kind of sketched out in Tulum and Playa. And Cancun, that area, it was pretty sketchy. We had some pretty sketchy things happen. But here, it's super nice. Like, it's super, super wholesome and chill. And look at the weather. I mean, it's Sunday. Just out having my coffee, strolling through the park, listening to a podcast, really enjoying my time. So, yeah, something to keep in mind. Maybe that gives you a different view of Mexico, because I know my mom was scaring me when I came here. Like, why are you going to Mexico? Like, stay out of that area. Stay out of, you know, everything south of America. But there, like, yeah, I will come back here. It's great. Super nice.
Hola amigo, ¿cómo estás? Mucho gusto. ¿Me haces un favor? Es que ando siempre.
You speak English, amiga?
No mucho.
No Spanish.
¿Te lo puedo traducir? Yes. Dame un segundito, ¿va? Ok.
So I don't have cash. Está bien.
Transfer.
I don't have. Está bien.
Bueno.
Thank you. But she just asked me for $50. $50. That is an invasion of my privacy. Okay, it's Sunday morning. I'm chilling here in this beautiful, wholesome park, as you just saw, in the city I really enjoy. Against my expectations, to be honest, because I didn't really know what to expect. And again, I thought it would be kind of sketchy, but it's not. Anyways, I'm spending a couple of weeks alone before I get home for Christmas and see my little brothers and see my family. It's very important for me, at least, and maybe for you as well, because my mind is constantly stimulated. I'm living with friends. I'm constantly around people. I'm traveling around, working, and then I'm going out for dinners, and then I'm going to a party, or I'm going to the gym with my boys. Like, my mind is constantly stimulated, which means that there is no room to be bored, no room to reflect, no room to like step out of the bubble you're in and think about things and critically reflect on things, right? And I think this year it was the first full year where I kind of had my shit together, where I was able to do whatever I wanted, where I met my friends that I, want to like build, my future with or keep traveling with, etc. But one thing that I learned from this year is that I should also keep taking these steps out of the bubble and reflect on things. Fucking animals every time. Try to give a speech. There's animals. I think for next year, I'm going to be very, very strict about that, where I have to spend more time alone. Maybe, for example, 5 days a month or something, where I just take like an alone retreat to have room to be bored, to not be stimulated, to think about these ideas that I come up with when I'm bored, to plot. Like, I'm a massive plotter. I'm like writing down plans in my notes, and like that's how these videos started. I was like plotting at home and figuring out what I wanted to do with my life, and I need to plot more instead of just being in the fucking trenches and being stimulated the whole time, etc., etc. I think one of the things when I was in my like dark period, when I dropped out of school, I meditated every day, and then I realized at some point, okay, I really need to cut off some bad influence friends, which I then did because I was so like in these moments, like just silent and thinking about things. Like it came up over and over and over again. And when like an issue comes up over and over and over again, it's probably time to solve it before it like explodes and is something actually bad. And now I don't have enough time to be bored anymore and to be critically reflecting on what I'm doing and what I'm doing with my life and what I'm doing, where I'm going, etc., etc. So I think I should do more of that and spend more time alone and shut off everything and listen to podcasts and follow my natural curiosities and to slow down the time so I can actually enjoy these years, because these are my good years. This is the good life. These will be the good old days. So I don't want them to fly by because I'm constantly stimulated. And 2, to actually critically reflect on things and come up with ideas that you get when you're bored and realize that I have to do certain things or solve certain problems because they keep coming back in these moments of solitude. So that is something that I learned this year, something that I wanted to share. I love this time alone, for example. Now, I have my coffee. I'm just strolling, listening to this podcast of this very smart, interesting guy named, I haven't really heard of him before, Mark Andreessen. You've probably heard of him, listening to some of his podcasts. He talks about some interesting topics. And maybe that is something that you should be reminded of as well. Especially when you're scared to be alone. Because for me, it's not even that. It's just that I don't make room for it. But if you're scared of being alone, that's a big indicator you should definitely spend alone time. That means you have some shit to solve, bruv. So that's it. In this beautiful park in Mexico City. You even have crazy malls out here. Look at this shit. Pretty sick. Air Forces, 2 pairs. I got a clean one on me. I'm from the streets, Oh. No, that's a joke, but I only wear Air Forces. There's a sick fucking Christmas tree out here. Shows you how hip it is out here, My last night in beautiful Mexico City and the skyline. There isn't much of a skyline, to be honest, but it's kind of crazy. As far as you can see, there is city. So let me show you. Over there, the whole skyline, basically the horizon, is city. Over there, as you can see as well. And on the other side, it's even crazier. My Airbnb now has this little fucking rooftop kind of area. It's pretty sick. Let me show you guys. It's on the other side of this thing. Close this bitch. You walk through here, and it's pretty sick. Over there, as far as you can see, it's all city. It's all city. It's pretty fucking cool. And there is a fucking Ferris wheel, we're in Dubai kind of thing here. Yeah, it's pretty sick. So this city has like 10 million people or some shit. It's like basically my country, where I'm from, in the Netherlands. To drive from like one side to the other is like 2-3 hours, which is like my country from the bottom to the top. It's pretty sick. But to be honest, I did tell you guys it's like super safe here and stuff. It's because I'm in the area that is super safe. So I'm staying in Roma and Condessa, probably one of the safest places. But if you go out, you get into the concrete jungle. You know, it's not. It is true that you don't want to be in the wrong places in places like this. But as long as you stay in the nice places or the safe areas, you'll be fine. Again, you could always be a victim of, you know, random crime but let's hope that that never happens. I'm just saying, try to minimize that chance and stay in the right areas. But it is pretty fucking sick how fucking huge the city is. Over there in the back, it's all city. I will for sure come back here, but you know, let's get out of here. Let me take you guys with me. There we go. Off to a new destination. There we go. All the way in the back. Ready for the flight from Emirates. For some reason, there's a super cheap flight every day from Mexico City to Barcelona. It is, I think, because it's an overlay to Dubai, so they're just trying to fill it up. So it's 20k points and $100. And usually, if you've ever wondered why I don't fly business everywhere, my last flight was only business class, even though I've been scaling ads for a while. It's because I got onto invoicing very early, because my credit card, Amex, wouldn't give me any limits when I was starting my business. So I basically straight away switched to invoicing on Meta. So I never collected any points. I do collect points, but only from operations and other things. So, you know, otherwise you can basically fly business everywhere if you ever see e-com people fly business. But because I've never really collected points with my ad spend, I've never really flown business, because maybe it's my limiting mindset, but I'm not abundant enough to drop like 3, 4, 5k cash, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a flight everywhere I go. It's kind of a fucking burning wasting of money, and I don't mind flying. I think this seat is empty next to me. I got some melatonin to see if I can fall asleep. And then, yeah, we're off to a new little adventure, which I will take you guys on, of course. Time to go back to Europe, time to go see my family for Christmas. And yeah, that's it for this week's Documenting the Journey. I think one of my favorite videos so far. If you've liked it, please let me know in the comments. Again, let me know what you're building on. I'll ask this every beginning of the video now, and at the end, please, just the only thing you have to do is comment what you're working on, what you're building. If you want to know why I make these videos, go into the description. There you'll see a little overview and my thoughts and reasons behind why I make these. So yeah, look at how wide this shit is. I like Emirates flights. Really the only humble creator on YouTube not flying business. Soon though, it'll be aight. It'll be aight. Why not drop 5k cash on every flight? Maybe I start to scale real hard all of a sudden, and then, no, I'm joking. But yeah, that's it for this week's Documenting the Journey, and I'll see you guys next week.